A, B, C, D. D, the fourth letter of the English alphabet. From the Greek, delta, borrowing from the Phoenician. Dado, part of a pedestal between the cap and the base. Decipher, to translate from secret writing or code into comprehensible terms. Decode. Deface, to spoil the appearance of. Disfigure, mar. De facto, in fact. Actual. Deform, to make ugly. Disfigure. Defrock, to take priestly dress or church position from. Unfrock. Delirium, wildly irrational, confused or frenzied thought or speech. Demeanor, outward behavior, conduct, deportment, manner. Demonize, to bring under the influence of demons. Dicky, a woman's detachable collar or blouse front. Dictate, to command expressly. Dilate, to become wider or larger. Swell. Dragonfly, a large harmless insect with a long, slender body and 4 filmy wings. It flies swiftly and feeds on flies and gnats. Drawbridge, a bridge that can be raised, lowered, or drawn aside. Dumbbell, a device consisting of 2 heavy weights, usually metal balls, joined by a short bar of metal or wood. It is lifted or swung about with the hand to help develop the muscles of the arm, shoulder, and back. Dynamo, a device for converting mechanical energy into electrical energy, usually by expending the mechanical energy in producing a relative periodic motion of a conductor and a surrounding magnetic field. E, the 5th letter of the English alphabet. From the Greek, epsilon, a borrowing from the Phoenician. Easel, an upright frame or tripod to hold a canvas on which an artist is painting, or to hold a picture on display. Eel, any of a group of fishes with long, slippery, snake-like bodies and no pelvic fins. Egg, a reproductive cell produced by the female. Ovum, elongate, to lengthen, stretch, extend. Emu, a large non-flying Australian bird, like the ostrich, but smaller. English horn, a double reed instrument of the woodwind family, similar to the oboe but larger, and a 5th lower in pitch. Entablature, a horizontal superstructure supported by columns and composed of architrave, frieze, and cornice. Epicure, a person who is especially fond of luxury and sensuous pleasure. Epiglottis, thin triangular lid of cartilage that folds back to cover the opening of the windpipe during swallowing, thus preventing food from entering the lungs. Ermine, any of several weasels of northern regions whose fur is used for women's coats, trimming, etc. Eton collar, a broad white linen collar worn with an Eton jacket. Euphonium, a brass wind instrument resembling the tuba but having a slightly higher range and more mellow tone. Eye, organ of sight in man and animals. The eyeball. F, G, H, I, J, J, the 10th letter of the English alphabet, formerly a variant of I. Jabot, a trimming or frill, usually of lace, attached to the neck of a woman's blouse or bodice. Jack, any of various machines used to lift, hoist, or move something heavy a short distance. Jellyfish, any of a number of related sea animals with a body made up largely of jelly-like substance and shaped like an umbrella. Jerboa, a small leaping rodent of northern Africa and Asia with long hind legs. Jerk, a sudden muscular contraction caused by a reflex action. Jigsaw, a saw with a narrow blade set in a frame, used with a vertical motion for cutting along wavy or irregular lines. Jingle, to make a succession of light ringing sounds, as small bells or bits of metal striking together. Tinkle. Jinx, a person or thing supposed to cause bad luck. Jockstrap, an elastic belt with a groin pouch worn for support by male athletes. Jocose, humorous, joking, facetious, playful. Join, to place together, bring together, connect, fasten, or combine. To make into one. Unite. Jumper, a sleeveless dress for wearing over a blouse or sweater. Juxtapose, to put side by side, place close together. K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, the 21st letter of the English alphabet, formerly a variant of V. Unbuckle, to unfasten the buckle or buckles of. Undergarment, a garment worn beneath a suit, dress, etc., especially next to the skin. Undershot wheel, turned by water passing beneath, said of a water wheel. Uneasy, disturbed by anxiety or apprehension, restless, unsettled, perturbed. Unicorn, a mythical horse-like animal having a single horn growing from the center of its forehead. Universal joint, a joint or coupling, as the ball and socket, that permits a swing of limited angle in any direction. Unnatural, contrary to or at variance with nature or what is considered normal, abnormal, strange. Unreal, not real or actual, fantastic, imaginary, fanciful, visionary, insubstantial. Unsex, to deprive of the qualities considered characteristic of one's sex, especially to make unwomanly. Unveil, to remove a veil or covering from, make visible, disclose, reveal. Uproar. Violent disturbance or commotion, especially when accompanied by loud, confused noise, as of shouting. Tumult. Uraeus, the figure of the sacred asp or cobra on the headdress of ancient Egyptian rulers. Uranus, of or containing uranium, especially in its lower valence. Urethra, the membranous canal through which urine is discharged from the bladder in most mammals. In the male, sperm is also discharged through the urethra. Uterus, a hollow muscular organ of female mammals, in which the ovum is deposited and the embryo and fetus are developed and protected. Womb. Uxoricide, the murder of a wife by her husband. V. W. X. X, the 24th letter of the English alphabet. Xanthocroid, having light-colored hair and complexion. Xanthus, of or having to do with the yellow-skinned, especially Mongolian peoples. X chromosome, a sex chromosome. Xebec, a small three-masted ship having an overhanging bow and stern, and both square and lateen sails. Exogenesis, the supposed production of an individual completely different from either of its parents. Xenon, a heavy, colorless, inert, gaseous chemical element, present in the air in minute quantities. Xeroderma, a skin disease characterized by roughness and dryness, and often the formation of scales. Xerophilus, capable of thriving in a hot, dry climate, as certain plants and animals. Xerosis, an abnormal dryness as of the skin or eyeball. Xiphoid, designating or of a cartilaginous process at the lower end of the sternum or breastbone. Xiphosaurine, designating or of an order of primitive arachnids made up of the king crabs. Xylem, the woody tissue of a plant, especially in higher forms, the part of the vascular bundle consisting of tracheal tissue that gives firmness and conducts moisture. Xylograph, a wood engraving or an impression from this. Xylophone, a musical percussion instrument consisting of a series of wooden bars graduated in length so as to sound the notes of the scale when struck with small wooden hammers. Xyster, a surgical instrument for scraping bones. Y. Z. Judex. Chez Judex. Judex. Chez Judex.